In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on February 27, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 2 betting picks a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Philadelphia 76ers versus New York Knicks. The Philadelphia 76ers pay a visit to the Big Apple and Madison Square Garden on Sunday to play the New York Knicks. The James Harden era in Philadelphia began on Friday with a victory as the Philadelphia 76ers defeated the Minnesota Timberwolves 133-102 in Harden's debut at the club. Harden scored 27 points, handed out 12 assists, and grabbed 8 rebounds in his debut with Philadelphia and their victory over Minnesota. New York lost its 4th consecutive game when falling to the Miami Heat 115-100 on Friday. New York's R.J. Barrett set a new career high with 46 points in the loss to the Heat. Barrett had missed each of the previous 4 games for New York with a sprained ankle. Although every night will not be as good as Friday's debut of James Harden with Philadelphia, the success the 76ers had was a good sign for their future. Harden scored 27 points and handed out 12 assists, and the 76ers won by 29 while holding Minnesota to just 102 points. Philadelphia has covered the spread in 3 of its last 4, while in contrast New York is struggling as the Knicks have failed to cover the spread in 8 of their last 9 as well as in 5 of their last 6 when playing against the team from the Atlantic Division. Philadelphia is 3rd in the Eastern Conference standings, 2.5 games behind both the Miami Heat and Chicago Bulls, while New York is 12th and 3.5 games behind the 10th place Atlanta Hawks. Home court is of little benefit to the Knicks as New York has won just 13 of its 31 games at Madison Square Garden this season. Philadelphia 76ers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The addition of James Harden to Philadelphia gives the 76ers 2 proven NBA scorers and rebounders in Joel Embiid and Harden, and the total has finished over in 5 of Philadelphia's last 7 as well as in 4 of the last 5 that the 76ers play against a team from the Eastern Conference. The total has finished over in 5 of New York's last 6. In the last 2 games played by Philadelphia, a combined 243 and 235 points were scored, which easily finished over in both games. The 76ers are averaging 107.9 points per game and 108.4 points per game on the road. They averaged 98.6 points per game in their last 3 games against the Knicks. Even though New York is giving up 106.8 points per game at home, they gave up 117.6 points per game in their last 3 home games. So expect the 76ers to go over their average in this game. The Knicks are averaging 105 points per game and 105.7 points per game at home. They averaged 105 points per game in their last 3 games against the 76ers. Even though the 76ers are giving up 106.4 points per game on the road, they gave up 110 points per game in their last 3 road games. So expect the Knicks to score enough points to push the score over the total. So over the projected total is our full game total pick. Utah Jazz versus Phoenix Suns. NBA fans will be treated to what could be a potential Western Conference Finals preview today. The Utah Jazz, currently the 4th seed in the Western Conference, head to Phoenix to take on the top-seeded Suns. These two met in late January for a quick home and away back-to-back series. The Suns took both of those games by 6 at home and by 8 on the road. The Phoenix Suns have been in great shape as they've won 19 of their last 21 games, but they will be itching to get back on the court in this one after having their 8-game win streak halted by the Pelicans in a 117-102 loss on Friday. Devin Booker led the team with 30 points and 5 assists. DeAndre Ayton added 20 points on 9 of 12 shooting, while Cameron Johnson chipped in with 15 points. As a team, the Suns shot just 43% from the field and 12 of 40 from the three-point line as they worked hard to claw their way back from an early 11-point deficit, only to see their hard work go down the drain in the 3rd quarter, where the Pelicans exploded for 42 points to go back up by double digits. Landry Shamet finished with just 8 points on 3 of 9 shooting, while Torrey Craig scored just 2 points on 0 of 6 shooting off the bench. Meanwhile, the Utah Jazz have been in red-hot form as they've won 7 of their last 8 games overall, and they will be looking to stay hot after sneaking past past the Mavericks in a 114-109 home win on Friday. Donovan Mitchell led the team with 33 points and 5 assists. Bojan Bogdanovic added 18 points. Mike Conley scored 15 points while Rudy Gobert chipped in with 14 points, 17 rebounds, and 3 blocks. As a team, the Jazz shot 54% from the field and 16 of 38 from the three-point line as they struggled to get going and trailed by 9 points at halftime, but they clawed their way back into the contest and closed the final 5-42 on a 16-7 run to snatch the game from the Mavericks in a close one. The Jazz will again be missing Rudy Gay, who is dealing with a knee injury, while the Suns are still without Chris Paul and Cameron Payne, while Aaron Holiday is listed as questionable. These teams have already met twice this season, with the Suns winning on both occasions, so with the line at basically a coin flip, I have to go with the Suns, as the Jazz are only 1-6 against the spread in the last 7 meetings overall. So Phoenix Suns to win and cover the spread as favorites. While both teams have incredibly talented players on the offensive end, they are just as talented on the defensive end. Paul's absence will also play a factor in this total. Utah, despite ranking 3rd in the league in scoring offense coming into this game, has seen the over go just 28-30-1 on the season. The Jazz have seen the under hit in 6 of their last 8 matchups going into this contest. Utah stands 18th in the league in tempo with 97.7 possessions per game on the season. Phoenix comes in having seen the under hit in 30 of their 60 games this season, with 1 push. The Suns are 8th in the league in pace as they average 99.5 possessions per game on the year. Phoenix enters this one with 7 overs in their last 10 games. The last 10 meetings between these teams have split in regard to the total, and that's the case with the 2 meetings this season. With Phoenix tired and missing pieces, look for a bit more of a grind here, keeping the game under the total. So under the projected total is our full game total pick. Boston Celtics versus Indiana Pacers. The Boston Celtics will be aiming for a 3rd straight victory over the Indiana Pacers when the Eastern Conference foes clash on Sunday. After blowing out the Brooklyn Nets, the Celtics stayed on the road and handed the Detroit Pistons a 113-104 loss. They got the win but failed to cover as 12.5 points favorites. Meanwhile, the Pacers failed to cover as 8.5 points favorites in their recent 129-125 overtime loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Even though the Celtics are playing back-to-back, they are paying a depleted Pacers team that is in the tanking phase of the season. Boston is just 30-32 this season against the spread. Indiana, however, is 28-31-2 and even on no rest. The Celtics are 5-5-1. Boston will be able to take advantage down low as Al Horford and Robert Williams will be open with Turner out of the lineup. Tatum and Brown will also be able to contain Hield, who is the focal point of Indiana's offense. For being one of the best teams in the NBA, the Celtics play at a slow pace and don't score a ton of points but rely on their defense to get the win. Boston has gone over 223.5 just once in their last 5 games, while in hitting the under this season they are 34-27-1. Indiana is known for hitting the over as their defense is not their strong suit, but the Celtics will likely be tired due to playing back-to-back and playing their stars for nearly 40 minutes on Saturday. Boston plays at a pace of 99.1, which ranks 24th, while Indiana ranks 19 at 100. Expect the Celtics to slow this game right down and use their defense to shut Indiana down. Things opened up a bit more offensively for the Pacers when facing the Thunder, but they'll moonwalk back to reality against a Celtics team that's proving to be one of the best defensive opponents out there. They're only allowing an average of 103.5 points per game this season, so there aren't going to be a lot of opportunities for a Pacers team that was already struggling to find some offensive life. The Celtics are also only averaging around 100 possessions per game on the road. They're really good at slowing things down and letting their 2 stars, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, go to work. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.